last one of the evening. Mayday here as we get set to take on Bragg Highlands GC. PithyDoctorG's entry upcoming here. And he is going for the top part of the mitt in northern Michigan. Not the Upper Peninsula, I don't presume, but as he says, more Crystal Downs with a couple of dashes of Arcadia Bluff than his judging preference. Though I looked around earlier, maybe not quite the really rocky outcroppings, craggy look, but I mean you could see a little Gray Walls influence, I suppose, up there in Marquette. Oh, I'm on the wrong tees. Must have defaulted to the wrong ones, so... Alright, one moment. Must have defaulted to the whites on me. HP. Alright, we'll reset here. It's fine. Alright, medium out of the northeast. No, wrong way, northeast. Alright, take two. There we go. Just going to take a look around the plot. Okay, we have done the apron approach trick. And actually, pretty well done considering. That's tough to do. Tough to get that all filled in like that without having splotches of green come out. So let's tool around here. Some very deep, rugged bunkers. Thought there were some very picturesque par 3s just from flying around the plot and looking around. Where was? Trying to get to where you took. Oh, here it is. This is where you took your shot for the thumbnail in game. And Seabach in the chat, he resides in this area, so he could speak to the authenticity of the vibe. Alrighty, we're off. Blast it over the bunker as you do. Oh, you want a routing pick? Well, stand by. There. Hey, Scoot. Yeah, that is your routing right there. Up and back in style. All right, let's see here. Probably something off a 9. Curious to see what you do have the greens set at, because they will have plenty of undulation, 158. It's certainly Mackenzian in their style. All right, Pithy's got a chance, guys. We birdied the first hole. Perhaps justice for Shelter Island after all. Well, I suppose that's the safe play. Play it toward the right side here and just leave the uphill par putt. I don't think you, or birdie putt, you don't want to shoot at that pin, I don't reckon. As I promptly go and shoot at that pin. Yeah, I'm not even going to count beads here. I really got to play this out wide. Yeah, we'll take it. Cozy it up there. Secure the 2-putt. Opening par 3. We cross the road here for this one. This feels a bit to me, though it is slightly downhill. This feels very much like 6 at Nisita to me. Kind of that same style, almost a little bit of Eden going on, but no hill bunker here, more just a depression. But then this back right tier kind of falling off, that you almost got to hit a cut just over the ridge and let it funnel down there, which is what we had at Nisita on the 6th hole. That's a good call, Matt. Similar settings, slightly different, but they do pair well. Yeah, let's step on this. We made it onto the fringe. And we're here for it, Pithy. We are here for it. Oh, side door? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Nearly went inside door. Ooh, blind tee shot. Oh, man. Yeah, Pithy explaining in the chat how he got this look with the green surrounds up here, and that's exactly it. You set your fringe width all the way to maximum, and then you paint on the outside, and then you could use splines or you could use brushes to fill in the gaps. It's a bit of a tedious process, but when done, can really be done well. I think Arctic Fury was the first one to really try that. God, I'm blanking on the course, but it was right around the time. It was all the way back in TGC 1 that he did that, and that was before splines. So just imagine how much of a pain in the ass it was back then. But yeah, he was the first one who really discovered if you can set the green fringes all the way to max, you can kind of manufacture a surround looking area. Though I do wish, I mean, we talk about improving the game and improving the designer. I do wish that in future iterations that fringe becomes its own separate selectable texture. Um, that that isn't linked to green. I mean, because especially now that we've added the second ability to add a second surface to a spline, I mean, there's no reason you couldn't do it that way. And then you'd have the ability to create surrounds like this. Or if it's, or if you're trying to go for something like that course that we cannot talk about that resides somewhere near the Georgia-South Carolina border. You could have your green fringe. I mean, you wouldn't have a green fringe, so you'd have fairway then green, but then you could almost use the fringe as your tee box texture. Yeah, wood duck on 100% fringes would be almost absolute meth. Though hopefully too, I mean, if they were to ever to make green fringe its own separate texture, hopefully they'd allow us to have to give it its own properties too. Because I always feel like the green fringe in this game is a little stickier than it would be in real life. Nice backdrop back there. I think this is an effective use of sculpting on a downlighting hole. You know, you've not got your best lighting. The sun's behind you. But that bunker really pops and adds contrast. And then you've got all this brightness, and you can come back up here by the green with a very dark backdrop. I have played this way too far, haven't I? Time to hit a partial. That backdrop is great. Sit down. Hey, we made a putt. Got another semi-blind tee shot here, heading up to the top of a ridge. Last couple of holes we've done kind of high, low, back to high. That was, oh my god, terrible swing. Oh, that completely changed the way I wanted to play this hole. And once again, I've left myself a partial wedge. Good job, Jeremy. Maddie said, loved it. Well, and you know this about as well as anybody, Maddie, that there's blindness when done right can be very effective. Exactly. Now, just giving me a blind tee shot, then, oh, by the way, I'm just going to have a creek cut right in the middle of my fairway past the blindness where you can't see it, or bunkers right on what you think is the line of charm, but oh, you're not going to be able to see those because I just didn't feel like down sculpting there. No. Alright, this totally feels like Alps to me. Because, yeah, you are going to be completely blind here. But if you can go as far right as possible, it opens up the angle. And, of course, I hit my patented draw. Well, I'm not even going to stay in the fairway over on this side. And for the third straight hole, I have left myself a partial wedge. Well, at least I got a little bit of a thumbprint to work into here. And we got away with a very poor swing. I'll just ignore the fact that we hit it very fast. Yeah, I can imagine other pins coming in from that angle not being... Alright, here we go. Redan. Well, quasi-Redan. This side cambers away a little bit, so... Gotta hit a draw. It's really gonna actually be tough to get at this pin. Alright. Let's just cook the 6-iron. Yeah, that did not feel like a pin I wanted to fire at. I mean, I maybe could have taken the direct aerial route, but... Ugh, I did not like that shot. Oh, that was a terrible swing path, too. My goodness. Wasn't bad for pace, but just nowhere near on line. That's alright. We'll take our 2-putt and move on. We have been riding a string of 3s. Love to see that continue. A bunkerless hole to end the front 9 with. And then we just fan one out to the left, or out to the right here. That didn't help me. Okay, this is not one I want to trifle with. Let's not get cute with this one. Not with all that undulation. Laid up to the little flat tier here. Take my chances with the wedge. I mean, just look how wild. Have mercy if you go for this green and miss right. Yeah, Maddie. Pithy's asking if you can spot the Crystal Downs reference here. Crystal Downs isn't a course that I'm terribly familiar with. I mean, I know of it, but I haven't taken a deep dive into studying that course. But we have played the par fives and even. Let's see, where do we want to hit this tee shot? We want to get as close to that bunker as we can to open up the angle. Didn't want to be in the rough, but I think for the angle's sake, that makes sense. Oh. And right up on a ridge, right up on a plateau here. No, I mean, what I wanted to point out, and obviously, see, this is kind of the nod to Arcadia, Crystal Downs, whatever. I mean, just the look at how many holes. We're going to go back to the routing here. Look at how many holes run parallel to one another. And I know that's not done accidentally. Because you got a high ridge up here, you got a high ridge back here, and you've got all of these holes. This hole, all these holes that play up and down this valley, coming back and through it. Another pretty little par 3 back here. Yeah, this one feels like we gotta go aerial. Okay. We're using rocks as a little staircase there. Yeah, I just couldn't mess with landing that short. Just couldn't do it. Well then, from way downtown, and that one I think I might have been fortunate that the hole got in the way, because it wasn't exactly a Crenshaw there, was it? That was entering the void at a high rate of speed. Okay, so you think this is just a straightaway little drive and pitch par 4, right? Well, okay. Yeah, you can hit driver up here. Pretty straightforward tee shot. You'd have a relatively flat second, but more likely than not, especially with that pin all the way in the back, you're always going to have a pitch or a partial wedge or something. So okay, if I lay back to 3-wood, look at this camber right here. So I haven't so basically what he's done, he's taken about a 35-yard fairway. There's only about 15 of it that's kind of the line of charm and usable. You really need to get up on this left plateau if you're going to lay up. That is what we call making a tee shot deceptively tricky. Not unfair, just deceptively difficult. I mean, at first blush, it looks so straightforward, but if you're going to lay back for the number, you've got to hit a precise part of the fairway. I mean, otherwise, otherwise I'm downright in here. Maybe not in the rough. And then look what I got in. I've got a blind second. I can barely see the top of the fairway, and I got to go up over these deep bunkers. Oh yeah, and you definitely don't want to go over the back of this hole, so... Even then, I've still got to be kind of careful with my distance here. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna throttle a sand wedge. Yeah, that's what I needed to do. I need the two misses there. You cannot be long and you cannot be right. So. That is probably a true story there, Hoodat. I think there's probably the notification that it was up on my screen to prove it, but... Ooh. Hogs back here. Obviously, we want to get to the left of this ridge line to have any sort of chance of getting home. And, of course, we hit a weak sauce barely fast. So we don't. That being said, we may have just lucked into a decent position here. I probably don't get right up to the pin, but I can at least chase one up on the green here. Well then. That's about it, as well as you could do from the bad angle. Let's see, do we got maybe a little bit of road here? Slightly. Definitely need to carry these bunkers to have the best angle in. Oh, back right hole. Okay. Oh, and then I get another barely fast. Stay in the light rough. Oh, yeah, if you got the pin back here. That is... That's almost one where I think you'd almost want to come in for the left-hand side. Try to take this knob out of play the best you can. Alright. Let's take a little off this wedge. Well, that bomb on 11 certainly has gotten us on a little run, hasn't it? Oh, don't worry. We're gaining elevation with alarming speed here. I feel like there could be some wax starting to drip. This is just a pretty little golf hole. Add E. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can. I think we can nuke the gap wedge back there. Or maybe we can't. Oh no! They were dead in the heart. Hey, Foxen. Another fairway that, given the undulation and camber, has an effective width that's a little smaller than what it appears. Definitely want to hit over that little ridge there on the left-hand side to open up the better angle. Not too much. Yeah, fairways are overrated. We all know that. And this is going to be a layup. There we go. That's better. Beautiful Luke. Out over one of the Great Lakes. So if this... Yeah. It helped out by the fact that I had a wedge in hand, but... Ooh. Can you? Maybe in a different wind. Probably could still in this wind. Should you? That is the question. He says I should. But... See, I'd be more worried about missing short. I mean, I get if you miss left, then you got a little delicate little splash trying to come back up to that little tier, but I'd be more worried about dumping it in here. I know Pithy's saying go for it, but I just don't feel comfortable. I feel much more comfortable with my full wedge game right now. Okay, kind of half-hearted there, but I played that hole very conservatively, just so I could do the. Oh, thought I thought I made it. Yeah, routine par. So yes, no 59 watch here. That's the first centerline bunker on the course, isn't it? Ben would be so proud. And of course you can reach that damn bunker. Unless I count 5, I'd have to go back and remember 5. Yeah. Oh, damn, that still almost got there. Holy cow. Wasn't what we were expecting. Alright. Let's see if we can... Oh, that's got to go. That has got to go. Yeah, it is a lovely looking clubhouse. Let's see what he's done here. Okay, this is just texture, and he's used wall here. I would certainly love to park my car there. Oh, we forgot on the last course? I'm sorry, Maddie. But yes, it is a quaint little clubhouse. I didn't even see that scob on Wisconsin. And the Badgers also get a chance to play tomorrow in the round of 32. When's Ohio State play? I'm sorry, I had to. Too soon. Hey, I always knew I loved oral. And there's a part to close things out for the evening. Very nice course. Certainly made you think your way around. It's a course that... Not a problem. Appreciate it, Maddie. So... Actually, should we go back and look at your clubhouse real quick once before we sign off? Heisenberg, I didn't say it, but I was thinking the exact same thing. Yeah, you could definitely fog up some windows there. Let's see. All right, let's get back over. Let's take a look at Maddie's clubhouse here before we say goodbye. But yeah, we'll be doing more playthroughs as more courses come through. We are closing in on 11 days until the deadline. Hold on here. Again, don't forget Pithy up there in Group A along with Crizzy. He's the only other one in Group A so far with GC Champs Le Menu, or something French that I can't pronounce, which is most things in French. Alright, so let's take a look at Maddie's clubhouse before we get out of here. I mean, we looked at your maintenance shed. What more do you want? Okay, so a lot of brick buildings stuck together. I think we got to end on the maintenance shed. Design feature of the tournament. Oh. I would love to say that was intentional, but it so wasn't. I would love to have taken credit for that. But all that was Jeremy on a hangover and about ready for bed. There is your clubhouse. Modest-sized deck, but plenty of room to sit. Oh, Scott, you missed this earlier. Aside from the ode to Mr. Shields. This is a course that even you could finish 6 under par. So, with that, we'll go ahead and call it an evening for tonight. If not before. Scab, I'm pretty sure we're going to go Tuesday night for Diamond Cutters. I do, it sounds like I have a work commitment on Wednesday night that would preclude me from airing at the regularly scheduled time. But Tuesday night will be free. So we'll go Tuesday night at 8 this week, special edition of the Diamond Cutters. And yeah, we'll see what else comes in. We'll continue doing playthroughs into the next week and the following week as courses come in, as we are down the wire. We got about 11 days of the published deadline, 13 courses yet to publish. So, going to be a great week and a half coming up, so hope you stay tuned to the contest and stick around. And I also hope you have a great rest of your Saturday night, Sunday morning, wherever you are partaking in this stream. And we'll talk to you soon. Later. Bye.